Hey, how are we doing, everybody? Okay, just fair warning here. I'm trying to figure out how to use this new mic with the mic arm and not have it be in the fucking middle of the frame. I don't know. Okay, I guess I'm just a guy now who has his mic arm taking up half the real estate of my webcam. New Nick Garcia video part, and I think before we watch this video part, I want to look at an old video part from him because my recollection or my experience with Nick Garcia when I was younger was not like this video part. I just want to go back and look at an older part so we can see what Nick Garcia is like building off of. So this is his peace video part. Let me plug in my headphones here. They're about to die. Yeah. Speaking of ticking time bombs like my headphones battery, my mom got me a Taco Bell burrito, breakfast burrito, and I'm also drinking Starbucks. But anyway, no big pauses or anything. Let's get through it. That's pretty sick. Okay. Because looking at this, oh my god, that was really ugly. What the fuck? Looking at this, Nick Garcia's like, at least in his appearance, he's like very skatery, you know? So he does like Wallies and stuff. He gets a little bit sexy. I guess he dresses like a standard skater, so I'd expect his skating to be really standard is what I'm saying. That was nice. Oh, wow. That was pretty sick. I like that a lot, actually. I feel like this music is pretty shitty, though. He's never stood out to me as having like particularly exceptional footage, you know? Some people, you just put a camera on them and they're like amazing, you know? Everything they do is incredible. Other people, like, not not as much. Okay, I don't know what I'm watching right now. Okay, I don't think we need to watch this whole thing, but basically from this video part, we can see that there's the rumblings of some mental illness at play. You can see that Nick Garcia has a bit of a neurodivergent genome in him. Let's see his flowers for mom part, because this just came out, and this has some twists in it. We'll call them twists. Some surprises for show. I'm not gonna get pissed about the B-roll or anything. It's fine. The comment I made about these pants on stream is that they look like the pants that a girl that's dating a skater and she puts on her boyfriend's pants. That's what those look like. That's how they fit him. Kind of okay, an okay trick. It's like, that one I like. I was advocating for more early grabs, you know, and you never know if what you advocate for is what you actually want or if it's just what you're saying you want. But I thought that this backside early grab 360 melon was actually pretty sick. Yeah, it's cool. You gotta have good form to do that trick, because not everybody looks good when they like kneel down to grab their board. Personally, I think I'm a little too tall to like get away with it, but Nick Garcia is like the right height for it. That was fucked. I feel like I don't really give a shit about skate park clips being in like street stuff anymore, as long as it's like makes sense, you know? And I think doing an Indy 270 nose blunt on this thing is like, dude, why the fuck wouldn't you put that in your video part? That's like so sick. He's clearly got some transition skill. Okay, this one, I was like, oh, what are we in for right now? What are we actually about to witness? Wally, Indy, then like a finger big spin, like seriously unhinged behavior, but also I'm kind of feeling it this time around. This one I didn't really care about. Also nice. I like this one a lot. You never really see, you know, this kind of shit. What I've been saying about, like, illegal tricks or whatever being, like, coming in hot. Just, like, there's plenty of room right now in skateboarding for experimentation. I think a backside nose slide backsmith looks good. I mean, Nick Garcia is a very good skateboarder. So if he can do every single part of this trick properly, he does the nose slide well, and he pops it, and he lands in the backsmith, and the backsmith looks legit. It's like... It's a cool trick. It was nice. That's got to be pretty fucking difficult. Now he's really leaning into it. It's like a barrage. Like, wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? So like a willy grind alley-oop. Pretty sick. That's nice too. I think Etnies is the only shoe company that makes these fucking royal blue shoes. Maybe Lakai also, a little bit. Okay. I didn't quite know how I felt about this one. I think I like maybe I like where he's headed more than I liked how it actually looked, because it looks a little odd. So he does early grab, nose slide into switch crook, and then into regular crook. I guess it's impressive to be able to maneuver your board around like that while you're basically in a tuck knee. But I think the sort of the largest issue with this trick is like the dismount, because you would expect that if somebody's in a nose grind position or a crooked grind position while they're holding onto their board, they'd yank it in, you know, and maybe like pop a little bit. But he sort of deflates at the end here. So, while it was kind of impressive, it did sort of feel a hair lackluster, I would say. But it's a cool trick, and like I respect the direction, but in terms of execution, I think this one was like lacking a little bit. I like that one too. I don't even know what skateboarding is anymore, so. Is this spot even real? Is this a real spot? Who put this here? It's giving Barra, this fucking bright yellow ride-on rail. That was sick. Wally rail, and then Indy front crook, and grabs it while he's grinding. Very sick. I'm super into the street grabs. The thing, I just don't understand these like time-lapse flower images. They just, I understand the concept of the video. It's like, you know, your mom, I think Nick Garcia's mom passed away. Rest in peace to his mom. But I mean, this isn't isolated to this. Like, I reviewed some guy's video on stream, and I just feel that there is so much B-roll and imagery that has absolutely nothing to do with skateboarding or the actual content of a video. It seems like really forced, totally unrelated to what's happening on screen. And I think we've all been conditioned to sort of think that this makes sense. In between Wally Rayleigh, a Rayleigh Indy crooked grind, like, and whatever other trick he was doing, we should be looking at time-lapse flower photos. It's like, it really doesn't make any sense. It seems kind of ironic that for as creative and as like outlandish as Nick Garcia is willing to get on his skateboard, the best that Element can do representing that in a video format is just go with the most generic possible route with this whole flower thing. And like I said, I understand the concept for his mom, but still, it's like, you know, you and every single other fucking person for the last decade has been taking the same exact route. Okay, I almost didn't see what happened the first time I watched this, because this seems like a very odd way to film this, like fucking fisheye next to a table. It seems like kind of like this is how you would film this if you were a kid, but look at what his feet are doing over here. And I don't know what this is called. It's like an orangutan ollie or something, just pure fucking meth head foot strength, jumping with the board like that. And this is really impressive, and this has to be crazily difficult. I wonder if this has ever been done on a skateboard before, possibly. It's definitely insane, and I'm into exploring different ways of riding your skateboard. But there comes a time where you're like, what did that actually look like? Like, did that look good, or did that sort of look bad? Because I think that in skateboarding, that's kind of, at the end of the day, you hope that your trick looks good. However, I do think that we're in a current phase of exploration. I don't think this one's going to age particularly well, is what I'm saying. And also, a way that I described this video part is I feel like Nick Garcia is like Ace Pelka if Ace Pelka was 20 IQ points more intelligent. It feels very weird to me to see this trick followed just by a backside blunt ollie over like a 3 block, which is just like a very, very high. I would call this a hyper normal trick. This is crazy. I like Nick Garcia's ledge, his ledge game. So he does a ride on tail slide, front pops into a 5-0. Never seen this before. And yeah, he only clips it, but that's absolutely nuts. Think about that. Think about the board rotating behind you blind and then landing in a 5-0 grind like that. Very sick. I like the ledge experimentation that he's doing. That was super cool. Really random bail here. I guess it's foreshadowing of his ender, but like felt extremely random. Okay, here we go. All right. I could make the case for every trick prior to this one. I could say, all right, you know what? I can justify this. I think his heart is in the right place, and I think he's doing some innovative tricks. This one, I'm like, okay, I like where it's going. I like the in-between slide, whatever this is, where your wheels are under and you're sliding on the side of your board. I just think that body varials are almost impossible to make look good, no matter what the situation is. I've never done a trick like this, so I don't know how maneuverable it is to get out of them, but it just felt like he had no choice in this situation. Like the only way he could get out of this slide trick was to just fall out of it, and then he tossed a body varial in there to not make it look like he just fell out of the trick. So this is like what I would call like a Band-Aid body varial. Because to me, this trick would have looked really good if he did a backside 180 out of it. Like just completed that full thing. This one just didn't speak to me. This is the first one where I'm really like, I'm not sure about that. And then they hit you with the back-to-back, that Drake song. I'm going back-to-back when he was dissing Meek Mill. I don't think Drake had body varials in mind when he recorded that song. The facial expression after doing a body varial, like, yeah, I am that bitch who just did the grind body varial grind. I like that trick. Okay, a couple things with this clip. I don't like this angle. Like, I guess they were trying to make this look more epic than it actually is. I don't think that doing a tail slide kickflip to 5-0, this trick is maybe cool if you actually properly grind the 5-0, but it just seems like, you know, when he actually does it, it just looks kind of silly and like a little bit half-baked, I think. It doesn't matter what you do into a grind, I think. If you only grind it for 1 inch, then nobody's really gonna care. I think this one was a mistake. And it seems very difficult for skaters who are trying to get experimental to know where to draw the line and to be like, okay, this clip is cool, and I'm approaching skateboarding in a different way in one clip, and it's like, as a viewer, I'm like, yeah, that was sick, but then in another clip, it's like, okay, I think you're trying too hard to be different. That desire to do a different skateboarding trick, you're actually creating something that looks bad because the only thought that it seems like you have in mind is that I want to do something different, regardless of how kind of shitty or poorly executed it looks. Like tail slide flip 5-0 stall is it just doesn't look good no matter what, I don't think. Because that's the thing, if you're going to get risky, I think you have to do it well, because tricks that are kind of illegal, they're illegal for a reason, right? Because they look bad. So unless you can execute them to their fullest and make them look natural, then you gotta skip them. That's why Max Palmer is the king of illegal skateboarding tricks, is because everything that he does looks natural. Like if he does an over willy grind or something, he's so graceful, he makes it look like a standard grind trick. And not everybody has that same capability. That was sick though. I like this too. I think his ledge game is quite strong, and in a very different way than like your average, tech ledge skater. Front tail into back blunt. That's sick. Like that a lot.
Another thing I think to criticize about Nick's skating is that he's definitely overly reliant on frontside tail slides. He uses that to set up a lot of tricks in this part.
So backside nose slide into backside nose blunt. Never seen that one before either. And like obviously it works because this ledge is curves in like that. And he's doing all of this shit without flipping his board in and out, He's not doing the street league angle where it's like tray flip, nose slide, big spin. I think that if you can do interesting shit on a skateboard without making your board go flippy, then you get big points from me as a viewer. I don't know about that one. Like the coolest part of this clip was him riding down the drain and not actually the hippity hop he does here. That was a little bit of welcome skateboard vibes for me. This song is making me like physically upset though. So Wallies into the fakie grind. And then pops out of that. Super sick. This, too, was kind of crazier than it looked on first inspection. It's like Wallies and then hits the bench backwards. He's blind to it and then lands in the fakie grind and then 270 out. Like I think it's a super smart trick. Nick Garcia's a bit hit or miss, I would say, but I think he has a lot of good ideas and he definitely hits more than he misses, in my opinion. I know Nick Garcia is sponsored by Etnies. I checked the website. He's pro for Etnies, I think. And he's wearing Last Resort shoes here. I don't know what the story is behind these. Maybe he ran out of Etnies shoes, or maybe he just needed to like channel some jank slide manual action, and he was envisioning himself as Jesse Alba or Chris Millick, and decided he needed to wear the same shoes as them to get a trick like this done. But it worked. That was cool too. My analogy about Ace Pelka, but more intelligent, like this is exactly what I mean. Ace Pelka should have already done this trick. This should have been an Ace Pelka's Madness part. The fact that it wasn't means that Ace Pelka needs to focus his mind, because this has his name written all over it. Okay. It is interesting to consider why he is doing some of the tricks that he is doing and why he is getting experimental, because Nick Garcia, he's not that interesting of a dude, I would say, in general, as far as skateboarders goes. He sort of dresses like a regular skateboarder, seems to have the temperament of a regular skateboarder. He blends in like a chameleon in the professional skateboarding landscape. When he does a trick like this, backside board slide 270 shove, which is a hyper normal trick, extremely regular trick, I'm not going to remember this. I'm not going to remember this tomorrow. I didn't remember this the first time I watched it. It's totally uninteresting. I'm disinterested by this trick. All the shit that I will remember from this video part is all the wacky shit, all the kookier stuff that he involves himself in. So I think that for skaters, like regular white guy pro skaters like Nick Garcia, I think it's really smart to do some different shit. Unless you're on an extremely high technical level, how are you going to differentiate yourself from everybody else? I think collectively, a lot of skaters are sort of bored with the status quo. So I think Nick Garcia's pretty smart for doing what he's doing. He's good enough to get away with a lot of this shit, too. More flowers. This is crazy. Even though he's wearing those elastic pants. Double hippie jump? Okay. So he does the mongoloid ollie, or excuse me, whatever you want to call it, the orangutan ollie, and then does like a pressure flip out of it. I don't think I know what to say. I don't know what to think about this. It's ugly. There's no denying that it's ugly. I can't tell if the universe is a better place having this atrocity been committed or not. Think about it like this. Would you rather see this? Is this making your day more interesting, or would you rather see a crooked grind tray flip out on this table? I'd rather see this, personally. I would. I think this is more interesting. Just something about, like, you know, your feet in a skiing position on a skateboard. It looks really ugly. This looked really funny to me, this top angle. Because usually when there's a roof, you expect somebody to, like, fall for a while. It looks only like a 5-foot drop, but I do like this spot. It's cool. It's a cool trick. And then you get the other angle here where you can see what the spot is actually like. Pretty janky. This whole clip kind of looked pretty weird with the kickflip 5-0, but then grinding the inside of the roof and then like turning in like that. It was all like very in-betweeny kind of, you know what I mean? He's in Last Resorts again. And they even got the like the close-up shot when he's wearing shoes that aren't from his professional shoe sponsor, which I think is really weird, but I would love to know what the story behind this is. That was sick. I like that one. They show so many bales for this. That pole is deadly. Super sketchy. That was really sick. Yeah, so this ender is... It's crucial to me, this trick, that he does the salad grind as well as he does it. Gets a good angle on it, and then has a really clean pop out of it, too. Doing, like, a backside salad grind on a ledge is pretty dumb 99% of the time, but for this spot, it makes, like, a lot of sense in the front side 180 to switch, ride down these series of banks. I think this is a really good trick. The best trick that's been done in 2022, for sure, or been released in 2022, I guess I should say. Really sick ender. Like, I don't want to pause on that photo. Really good ender. Really, really nice. Yeah, so maybe this is going to be like a precursor to what we get to expect from 2022. Yeah, this should be a very, very interesting year for skateboarding. I would expect that we see some pretty wacky shit go down. But yeah, I'm feeling like right now we have our SOTY. Everybody, congratulations. Send your congratulations to Nick Garcia for being a Skater of the Year. Or Skater of the Month, even. Maybe we could do a Skater of the Month thing. But yeah, hits and misses, but quite interesting nonetheless. And I think if you're going to give Nick Garcia credit for anything, give him some credit for, you know, being courageous and taking some risks and doing some shit that's outside of the box. Because what the fuck? What choice is it? He skates for Element and Etnies. He might as well like be an NPC as far as professional skateboarders are concerned. So orangutan ollie into pressure kickflip is a smart decision if you're in his position. So I'm gonna give this video part a A-. He's doing what he needs to do. Even though there's parts of it that I didn't really like. The songs to me felt really boring. I think the editing overall was like really uninspired. And didn't match the creativity of Nick skating, but that's gonna wrap it for me, guys. And I haven't done a part review for a long time, so I thought this would be good. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Bye.